Hey, how y'all doing? What's up? I'm back with another banger. Anyway, thanks for everybody who tuned in to my live yesterday. It was long. I didn't realize I was going on and on and on that long. But do you know that live got like almost 10,000 views? I'm tripping because I've been thrust into the social media influencer thing because my boy said, my office mate, he said, AT, people be on social media and they should be getting paid if they're going to be on there like that. And I can't believe I wasted all these years on here without getting compensated. So you know what? If I touch any of them, I'm going to get a check from them. So shout out, because a while ago, I think back in about July, August, I switched my page to professional in Facebook, and it became monetized. You get an invite to become monetized, and they send you this thing for you to complete all your information, send your ID, complete a a W-9, and give them your banking information so they can pay you. So that was good, and I was very happy about that. And Meta has Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. And because people was, getting money from both, you can either get paid from Facebook or you can get paid from Instagram, but you can't get paid for both. But it is a way around it, and I'll do a live sometime in the future to tell y'all about that. But I'm gonna have to do it in a private setting, like a Zoom or something. But yeah. So that's taken care of over there. And shout out. I want to say shout out to my girl Cream, because she helped me considerably. She helped me a lot. She really helped me to learn some things. Shout out Cream. That's a nice lady. I really appreciate her. Good-hearted, giving-hearted, golden-hearted person. And shout out to my boy Sko, because he supported me in these endeavors, and he would shout me out and things like that. Shout out to Conversations by Jay. He constantly would shout people out to direct them to my channel. And definitely shout out to my boy Sean G, because he definitely gave me encouragement to do it. He talks about having high self-esteem, high self-confidence. People say, I don't want to do this. I don't want the world to see me. But you do it anyway for free. You be posting selfies of yourself every day, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are a charismatic person, or you're a person with some type of knowledge, what's up, Kibo? And you have something going on with yourself, just step out there and try to do it. Because there's multiple ways to get money out your computer, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Facebook is paying a bag. Okay? But outside of that, drop the congratulations emojis. Your girl is monetized on YouTube. Man, do you know how hard it is to get monetized on there? Jeez, it's not like social media, Facebook, Instagram. It's very difficult, because that's a whole different crowd over there, boy. I tell you, because people would, come behind their little faces, profiles, and they say crazy shit. So another thing you got to have if you're going to be on social media, you got to have tough skin. Because first of all, you got to realize you don't know these people. You're probably never going to meet these people. And, fuck what they saying. In real life, you know who you are, you know what you're about. But as far as that, shout out to YouTube. We about to get that YouTube check. But this is not my first time being monetized on YouTube. My channel for my nail salons is been monetized since 2021. And they post over there. They do their thing over there. They show their nail work and everything like that. So go subscribe to Diamonds 90210 YouTube. And then I'm starting another one with another group of people. We'll announce that in the future, because it's a project that we've been working on, and I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be wonderful. I think it's going to be next level exotic. So check it out, okay? We'll let you know. Anyway, outside of that, let's talk about y'all president. That's y'all president. That's y'all president. Your boy wildin'. Your boy sleeping in the Oval Office. Your boy done made $1 billion this year, and he is playing with people's lives, dangling food stamps in front of you, pulling it back, giving it to you, pulling it back. And then he says, I'm going to give everybody a $2,000 check. And the lady who was interviewing him, what her name was, Megan Kelly, I don't know who was interviewing him, but she said, where you going to get the money from, bro? He was like, shh, I don't know. I'll get it from somewhere. I always do. What is this telling you? They be taking it. They be doing the S word. STELELING. Okay? So all you people that voted for him because he gave you a little changey ass $1,200 check during COVID, and he promising to give you another two bands because of the tariffs. Let me tell you something was happening in the real world, with real world business, because I'm a businesswoman and my supply chain is being affected. First of all, we have supplies that come from China. Duh, our Gel-X, our Korean polishes, a lot of our low-cost supplies comes from that pipeline, the Asian pipeline. We are being impacted. Thank God I'm the type of person that buys multiple of things. When something is on sale, like I see some of these places be having 75% wholesaler discounts, I go over there and I stock up. Like for a while, I was a Swarovski crystal plug because Swarovski had decided to quit supplying the nail industry. They were like, they didn't want their high quality product gracing the people's nails, and it was gracing black people's nails. And it's hot in this car, so I'm trying to cut the air on. But so Swarovski said, we're no longer supplying the nail industry. Just so happened, when I entered the salon business, I purchased one. And with that purchase, I purchased the woman's salon and her warehouse. And she had a Swarovski crystal inventory out of this world. She technically undervalued it because our sale went down before Swarovski made this announcement. So I got this inventory at basement bottom prices, and all of a sudden I became the Swarovski crystal plug because impromptu I had the supply. I walked into something not even knowing what the future was going to hold. And I wasn't even thinking about the Swarovski crystals when I purchased her business. It was, and we can talk about, I'll do a how to earn fast cash the other series, because I know people be wanting information on how to get money, and I'll be having different information for y'all. I just, anyway, everybody's not, everybody is not, I won't say they don't like the information. I'll just say, they listen to it, but they don't take the information. So sometimes I feel like I'm wasting my time. But if you're one of them people that are interested in learning more how to get money out your phone and out your computer, holler at your girl, because I'll help you out for real. I'm one of them people that, hey, if I find out something, I'm going to give you that information. I sure am. But outside of that, anyway, I walked into the Swarovski crystal thing, and next thing I know, I was selling bags like crack rocks. Seriously, I was the plug. And they was like, and the colors that were selling a lot were the AB crystals, the one that shine, that glitter when you hit the infraction of the light, and also the crystal, the base, the ones that look like diamonds. Oh, those, man, I had so many of those. Oh my God. A bag was going for, this bag is like 120 crystals for like $25, $30 prior to Swarovski making his deal. When Swarovski said they're going to not supply the nail industry anymore, I could name my price. So, when it's supply and demand, you can name your price. So that's the American way. That's business. Man, my bags got as high as $125. I was putting them up for bid at some point because I was like, shit, hey, you got the dough, I'm about to sell this $120 rock bag for $120, okay? And you're going to pay $1 a rock. So anyway, a crystal. I'm not talking about no drugs. I'm talking about Swarovski crystals. Okay? Anyway, our Swarovski crystal inventory dwindled like rapidly, and I had all colors of the rainbow. I still have some because some colors are not, people don't wear those colors every day. But the crystal AB and the crystal colored stones sold out. So I had to find me another supplier for these. And of course, all the Chinese manufacturers, they make a replica. But what makes a Swarovski top of the line is the diamond cut on the crystals, because these crystals look like when they light hit them. You've seen the Swarovski gowns the people wear at the Emmys and the Grammys, and how the lights is shimmering off of and shining. Yeah, these rocks are fabulous, and they're worth their cost. So I took a trip in 2022 to Switzerland. Well, I went to several places. I went to the Netherlands, we went to Switzerland, we went to the French Riviera. We went a couple places, but we're looking for another supplier to supply these Swarovski crystals, because the manufacturers that where Swarovski and them are located at is in Switzerland, okay? And I also went over to Switzerland to conduct some business. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And if you are able to, like I said, I do need to do how to earn fast cash, because I know people be wondering how this black girl was able to maneuver and do all this different shit. None of your fucking business. But some of the things I will do, I will share with you, because it's a way out. You know what I mean? And you don't gotta sit here and succumb to, oh, it's racism. This country is racist. They'll never let us advance. If you have that mindset, you will never advance. But if you find somebody who's cracked the code, and they're willing to give you some direction, take it. Take it. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm so glad I came across the people that I met in my life, because some of them was giving me tidbits of information. But all you got to do is lead me in a direction, and I'm going to go find out myself. You know that saying that you want to keep something from somebody, put it in a book? Because we don't tend to read. We tend to watch videos like this and we gather our information. That's why I start putting the information in video format, because people rather hear you talk about it than read it for themselves. But anybody that know me, bro, why is you calling me? I'll call you back, Chris. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back, baby. Anybody that know me know I have an extensive library of books. And I do have fiction books, because my favorite author, shout out to Al Sadiq Banks, that's my boy. He produced a movie recently of his first book called him Slipping. And you gotta see this movie. It's on Tubi. I'm gonna put the link in the comments. But yeah, but majority of my book collection is learning tools, things that teach me things that I never got taught in school and that I never knew. But I want to expand my knowledge to apply it to my life, so I can be able to make moves out here. Because what? Knowledge is power. First you get the power, then you get the money, then you get the honey. And that's if you want to. Because getting some honey will cause you some magnificent ass drama in your life. You understand what I'm saying? I talked about that yesterday. So I stop at the knowledge, power, money. And after that, speaking of that, you got to deal with people that's on your level. You gotta deal with people that's on your level. Because you try to deal with people that's not on your level, before you know it, them motherfuckers will pull you down, and you wonder how the fuck you got there. So, like I always say, beware. But back to the supply chain and your president. He's affecting the supply chain. Rare earth material. The rare earth material is needed. Oh my God, I got lipstick on my door. Do you know my car is white? Oh, Jesus Christ. I gotta take this car to get it. I'll be going all over the place. I know I do. Do I got ADHD? Shit, I gotta go see if I can get tested. I can't stay on one topic at a time. I got lipstick on my door. I'm tripping. I'm about to go drive over here and get this car detailed. Anyway, rare earth material. The rare earth is needed for chips. Everything is running off a chip. You name something. I bet you there's a chip in there. And rare earth material is needed for the manufacturing of chips. Okay, so they have began to develop a mine in Utah that part of the country, the New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, they began building a mine to drill our own rare earth materials. However, because the supply chain from China was so robust, and Japan, it was so robust that the mine shut down and it went bankrupt. Now with these tariffs, and they're already charging 55% tariffs to China. Now it's 155%. And he says it's going to surplus to the government. However, it's not. It's going to the consumer. The consumer is having to pay the difference. I know this because I'm in business. When I pay for the bib towels, the dental towels that the acrylic nail artists use to wipe off their brushes. I love you too, sis. You have an amazing day. I'm getting text messages from my loved ones. And those bibs, I was getting 100 a pack. I was getting 100 in the pack one pack was like $2.98. Now that pack is like $17. What the fuck is going on? Like I said, I'm glad I had stocked up and bought inventory, because I went from paying $3 to $18. That's running into my bottom line. And we not changing the nail prices, but you're going to be forced to, because your supplies are going to be costing. Like our supplier for our acrylics is here in the United States, but they get their stuff from China. So, it's like every business is being affected by these tariffs. And then they say, well, the egg prices is down. I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm sorry to report this to you, but them eggs ain't real. Them eggs is fake. Did you catch that dark web video that was circulating on how they is making fake eggs? Can't trust these people, man. Best thing for you to do is buy you some land and buy you some chickens and get your own fucking eggs. Y'all think I'm joking and playing. That's how I was raised. I was raised basically, I won't say we had a farm, but we had every animal known to man except for the pig. And across the way, on the right side of the property, was a field full of vegetables. Sunflower, corn stalks, lettuce, spinach, green beans, greens, tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, vegetable trees, vegetable plants, fruit trees, grapevines. We had everything. We could live off our own shit. So I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go pick eggs, feed the horses with the hay, muck out the stalls, then come in there. Oh, this is after prayer. And then come in there, get ready, take a shower, whatever, and get ready to go to school. And you throw them tales when people say, I walk 2 miles to school every day. And I walk 2 miles to school every day. Wasn't no busway out there where the fuck we was at. It is now. It is now, because that part of Southern Maryland is, more populated and got, more urban than it was back then. But yeah, the supply chain is being impacted. So who is it benefiting? Him. He is $1 billion. He made $1 billion in this year alone. $1 billion. While you got people over here trying to figure out how they're going to have Thanksgiving dinner, where companies, thank God for them in their good heart, have rallied to try to make certain people have dinner, food to have Thanksgiving dinner. Like Aldi's is doing a $40 chicken pack, and they also got, that'll feed 5 people. They got another $70 chicken Thanksgiving pack that'll feed 10 people. And you got other stores that's participating in that in your area, so check that out. You got restaurants such as my own that's offering free meals to people with EBT card at certain serving hours, and it's a certain EBT menu. But it's not like we trying to feed you crap or nothing like that. But we trying to be giving, but you also got to think about your bottom line, because one thing for sure, you got to keep your employees paid. Your employees not going to work for free, so you got to have some type of revenue coming in. Can't give away the store, you know what I mean? But let's see how, with the government reopening, how these tariff situations is going to change, because there is a group of small businesses. There's a toy company, and I forget what other kind of business it is, but they filed a lawsuit against the government, and it's being heard by the Supreme Court because these tariffs are unlawful. And they cited some laws from 1865 and 1930 and 1965 that gives them grounds to charge these tariffs, but the interpretation of the law says different, or one man's interpretation is another man's different interpretation. Anyway, that's way above my pay grade, but the fact of the matter is I'm glad somebody's suing them. So on that note, I'm thinking just like with they're saying blackout Black Friday and don't spend no money from this date on to this date, and how impactful we were when we boycotted Target, where Target is now on their knees saying, we made a mistake. We should have never said no DEI, and now we're trying to come back, and we're implementing all these special things to entice you to come back to our store. And I ain't gonna lie, I've never been a Target person, but I'm the type of person, sometimes if I got a little bit of free time, now that I'm retired, I like to fucking go in the stores and just walk up and down the aisles and see what they got. It give me ideas, because this is the type of person I am. I look to see where there's a need, and if I can build a business to provide it, that becomes my mission, my next mission. I know for certain everybody need to eat, so I got me a restaurant. I know for certain people need somewhere to live, so I went into the real estate business. I know that women like beauty, and they're black women alone spend billions of dollars in the beauty industry every year. I said, well, shit, let me get a piece of that pie instead of sitting up here being a consumer where, I'm buying wigs for models, makeup for models, clothes for models. I said, let me get in where I fit in and become a seller of this stuff. And that's how I got into the beauty industry with the nails and the makeup and the lash techs and the estheticians and the body contouring. So yes, when you find a need that is needed in your community, provide it as a business if you can. I told you it's a whole bunch of how to earn fast cash seminars I need to do to teach people, how to get this money so they can start their business up. Because I saw a video the other day where this dude was in this beauty supply and he was buying his product, and he asked the guy that owned the beauty supply, hey, how much it costs to get one of these? Dude said about $2 million. And he about right. And he said, well, can you help me out? Can you help me out and learn how to do this? And he said, no, bro, you got to help yourself. Now, the dude who's the owner was like Middle Eastern, or, yeah, he was Middle Eastern or Indian, I don't know, but he was not a foundational black American. And the black man that was in there buying whatever he needed for his hair, he said, well, you know what? Since you want to help me out, I'm going to put this product back and I'm not going to help you out. And he began talking to the people in the store, telling them he ain't trying to help nobody while we in here buying his stuff to help him out. But if you look into our black community, we've allowed this to happen. We've allowed for others to come in and profit off things that we need. And then you say, okay, T, if I own a business in a black community, the black people don't want to support black business. And we are the first to downgrade our own the fastest. Say, for instance, we go into a black restaurant and it's not good. We'll be like, this is nasty, and we'll never go there again, and the service was blah, and this and that and the other. But you go to Mr. Charlie's establishment, and Mr. Charlie treats you anytime 10 times worse, i.e. Benihana. And I bet your black ass was back up in Benihana again because you like it. The same treatment that we give our own, we don't give to the others. Willie Lynch fucked us up real bad. And I'm not going to get on my horse about the whole Willie Lynch letter, because there's a debate about if that letter was even real or if Willie Lynch was a fictional person. Let me tell you something. Whether it was real or not, that shit has happened. That is what happened. The mitochondrial DNA interruption occurred. That got us fucked up to this day. To this day. But, I titled this video, Let Them Eat Cake, because my point of the video was this. Homeboy done made $1 billion this year. He's the grifter president in chief. And he, this time he put his family in the background so they wouldn't catch the heat, but best believe they're profiting off of it too. And Biden ain't no different. Biden gave his son a pardon before he left the office. He said, fuck everybody else. I'm about to give my boy a pardon and Dr. Fauci a pardon so they can't mess with him in the future. And I'm going to pardon myself. Tell me this government ain't corrupt. But on this let them eat cake shit, you make $1 billion while these people over here trying to figure out if they're going to have SNAP benefits. Look at the SNAP benefit pool and see who is the most demographic that uses it. I also saw another video of people who look like hillbillies, 2 ladies, overweight. They stole all type of groceries. They out in the parking lot tossing all the shit in their car. And the dude is filming them. And he filming their license plate and everything. And they got a handwritten license plate on the back. Tripping. Anyway, raggedy car. And they bail in the car after they throw all the stuff, the groceries they stole in the car. And they bail out. And they drive off. These are not black people that did this. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you something else about the Willie Lynch situation. We have learned how to make it. We've learned how to turn nothing into something. You give us a little, we turn it into a lot. Back in the day, we had a little bit of food and a little bit of scraps, but we made delicious meals out of them. We know how to survive. And when it comes down to it, we'll work with each other to make it happen. But look at the demographic that make up that SNAP benefit pool and who uses it the most. They always like to use the statistic that black people only make up 15% of the population, but they're 50% in the justice system. Well, likewise, if you make up the majority of the population, you definitely make up the majority of the SNAP benefit users. That's simple mathematics. So anyway, that Republican philosophy teaches this. And Lyndon B. Johnson said it most. If I can trick the poor white man to think that he's better than the best black man, he will give you his money. You don't have to rob his pocket. He'll give you his vote. You don't have to convince him. And that's exactly what happened. They treat this man as their God, as their savior, when he don't give a F about them. He's giving interviews and showing all the gold in the White House, the gold is still, and gold costs a lot. It does because Burkina Faso halted their gold supply to France and confiscated their gold reserve, and France is underwater. France has been colonizing African nations since the 1600s, and they have been the biggest welfare queens of Africa. And now Africa has withdrawn their minerals. Niger has withdrawn the uranium, which is needed to make these electrical batteries for cars and power the nuclear plants to power the energy. They over there suffering in Europe. I'm sorry to laugh because, people are suffering. But hey, if you had that leg up all those years, why didn't you figure out a way to get you a plan B and a backup plan in the event that the supply ran out? Or, like it's happened today, Africa has come awake and said, get the fuck out of our countries. You cannot have our natural resources anymore because Africa has all the resources that the world needs. Africa don't need no fucking body. What I love about Ibrahim Traore is he's going to different countries and making proxies with them he said, listen, I don't want no handout. I don't want nothing from y'all like no handout. But what I do need is I need technology, and I need knowledge for technology. So I can build my things in my own country and make our infrastructure better and blah, blah, blah. And guess who his boy is? Putin and the Chinese president, Xi Jinping. And y'all know you done heard about BRICS, where all these countries have gotten together and they've band together to develop their own currency, where they totally are becoming non-dependent on the U.S. dollar. If you're a Forex trader, you see the turmoil all this is causing in the Forex trading. Yeah. So you got your boy over here that came in here, and how long he been in there? He done turned shit upside down. You can say what you want about Biden or the Democrats, but at least we was on the even kill. Shit wasn't fair, and it's still corruption, but at least we could try to make it. This dude done put everybody in a very precarious situation. And then you got the Proud Boys and all these different little white nationalist factions who've now turned into ICE. They're the ICE agents, and they're running around with masks on their face and capturing people like they're hunting wild animals. God will not be mocked, and Babylon will fall. And somebody is going to lose their fucking minds, because you cannot keep playing in people's faces. You can't sit up here and floss some gold painted ceiling. Say you made $1 billion playing with people's money with SNAP benefits and Section 8, and tell them, let them eat cake. Who said that in our history? Who said that before in our history? You went to history class, right? Who said it? Put it in the comments. If you said Marie Antoinette, you are right. And what happened to Marie Antoinette? Like in the episode of Boondocks, the Catch a Freeman episode, chop massa head smooth off. He better not get caught slipping out there like Charlie Kirk did. And I don't care what y'all say about Charlie Kirk, and you don't like him or whatever like that, didn't like the things that he said. Listen, don't be confused. Don't let them race bait you. They think we are overly emotional people, that we're going to react because you said something foul. Bitch, they've been saying something foul for years. But I will tell you this. If you are a student of history, you got to study the past to understand the future. The average age of an empire is 250 years. This particular empire, when it broke from England, was established what date? The day you celebrate and make barbecue, July 4th, 1776. Now take out your calculators and add 1776 plus 250. What year do you get? Ding, 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 ding. Next year. One's happening in a month and a half. 2026. So buckle down your hatches. Because you see all the bullshit he did in 2025. And don't think it's about to get better in 2026. But do what you got to do, so you going to be all right. And one thing you can do is learn to get money out your phone and out your computer. So my next live, I'm going to share some information with you, so tune in. I don't know when that'll be. It'll probably be early part of next week, because I don't be fucking around on social media on my time off. And I'm getting ready to take some time off because I got some things I got to do. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great and wonderful day. And like I say, you know what? Keep it cute, but stay gangster. All right, y'all. Peace.